Uh, as you know, we have been checking and discussing about the insurance principles and procedures. And today, I would like us to discuss and to know about one of the principles of insurance, which is quite important when it comes to underwriting insurance. And that is the principle of insurable interest. Now, what does the principle of insurable interest actually state? It states that in simple terms, it's you have to insure what is yours. You have to insure what is legally owned by you. Yes, because of sometimes what it means is actually you insure what legally belongs to you. When it comes to motor vehicles, we can only know that this is your motor vehicle through provision of a document which is called a logbook. If you are taking insurance for your kid, we can only know that this kid is yours by provision of a document that is called the birth certificate. If you're taking insurance for maybe your building and would like to know whether that building belongs to you, it's very simple. There is this document called a title deed, which actually entails on who is the owner of the land or the building that you are just about to insure. The reason why that is very important, it's because the principle itself states that at any particular time a claim happens, it must be proven beyond reasonable doubt that the insured is the one who will suffer financial loss. Not only suffering loss, but it should be financial. Yes. Now, let's go back to life insurance. This principle has actually done a lot of mess, even when it comes to insurance frauds. You have heard of people taking life policies for other people. There are people who are allowed to take policies for others. Let's say the relationship between husband and wife. The husband can take a policy on behalf of the wife. The wife can take a policy on behalf of the husband. This is because in a marriage setup, it is obvious that most of the legally married people or the people in a relationship that is legally binding, they may acquire property jointly. And thus means at any particular time one is out, then the other suffers financially. And because of that, they are allowed to take policies for each other. But now, with the condition that the other party should know that you have taken a policy for them. Yes. And the other party should also indicate and sign, consent to sign that they have agreed that they have taken the policy. And now, when it comes to husband wife, there's one fraud case that happened in the US in the year 2014 when a soldier who was called Aguigui allegedly took a policy for his wife. And that policy, and his wife, I think, passed on, or some things happened, and the wife passed on. Now, you see, when we talk about insurance fraud, that may even be caused by cases where you have actually done the correct underwriting and everything is in order. This case of one Isaac Aguigui, who was a soldier in the United States in 2014, took a policy for his wife and was convicted for the murder of his wife. Now, after he was convicted for the murder of his wife, this guy had already done, had already claimed from the insurance for the same policy that he took against the life of his wife, and he was paid 400,000 USD. On top of that, he was also awarded 100,000 USD to cater for the family planning and all that. As you know, life insurance has those packages, and it includes even the funeral expenses. Now, the most terrifying thing about this whole incident is Isaac Aguigui, who was a soldier by then, was opting to use these proceeds from the insurance fraud insurance claim to fund one of the terrorist groups that was called Fear. This one comprised of himself and other soldiers, and they had actually planned to do a lot of mayhem in the United States, including poisoning some of the apple fruits and farms in Washington, D.C. state. Another grave thing that they were planning to do by then was even assassination of the current president by then, Barack Obama. Now, as Aguigui was being convicted for the murder of his wife, what is now what is now surprising is that he was currently serving a jail term for killing 2 people who had leaked the information about that terrorist group. Yes.